If you were in a relationship where you guys are kind of sharing the finances, but one doesn't really know the overall picture, and one is being sort of kept away and hidden from the finances without even knowing the details, is shady, right?
Well, yeah, without knowing the details, I feel like we can just move on because it's shady.
Right.
Feels very shady.
If you're ever hiding something, like if you're intentionally hiding something from your significant other, I feel there's some shade there. Unless it's like a big fun surprise. If it's something you think you're going to get in trouble for, then you're being shady.
All right, let's find out here, because this email here, and if you got one of these going on and you're not really sure if it's shady or not, go ahead and email us at thebertshow.com. They're engaged, but he handles all the finances, and he refused to give her any access to their funds. So is it shady or not? Haven't even heard it yet. All right, Mo's got the email.
Does this seem weird to you? My fiancé and I are fighting about this, and I feel like he is making me seem crazy for making this an issue. We've been together for 4 years, and we've been engaged for 6 months. He is much better with money than I am, and he definitely earns more than I do. Even before we were engaged, he had become more involved in my finances. He helped me figure out paying down debt, setting a budget, paying my taxes, starting a retirement fund, and increasing my credit score.
That was nice of him.
Very. I can't complain at all about what he has done for me and my bank account. The thing I have a problem with is that he refuses to let me be involved in his. He has all the usernames and passwords for all my accounts. However, I don't even know how many or even what type of accounts he has. I've asked if I could see his accounts or if I can have the usernames and passwords to his accounts like he does with mine. He refuses. He told me that there is no reason for me to have the information. He said our situations are different because I need his help and he clearly doesn't need mine. I asked him if I will be able to see the accounts when we are married. He said he wasn't sure.
Oh.
He said he doesn't understand why I would need to see it. He said that he plans to take care of our living expenses. He says that there is no reason I should need access to his accounts if I have my own accounts. He says all I need to worry about is that our bills are paid and that there will be a roof over my head.
Don't you worry your pretty little head, honey. You sweet little woman. You just sit over there and shut up.
Break of the day, no words with S and H's together, okay?
While I appreciate all he has done and will do for me, this seems weird and unfair to me. Shouldn't I have just as much knowledge about his money as he has of mine?
Yup. Yup.
This is interesting. Okay, now he only knows about her finances because she came to him with debt. She came to him with a messed up financial situation. So he helped her increase her credit score. But they still are keeping their finances separate, right?
Correct.
Yep.
There is no There is no Before you get married, there's difficult conversations that need to be had. And for whatever reason, people talking about money, it's very uncomfortable.
I hate it.
But you are going to be a combined household. What's yours is his. What's his is yours. And I mean, even if you want to keep things separate because you are getting married and it's legally binding, whether you want to admit it or not, legally, what's yours is his and what's his is yours. So yeah, you share that information. Doesn't mean like she's going to be going in there, but you need to sit down and be like, this is what we have financially. So you can plan together, not so he can plan for the both of you.
So she's working and everything, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I mean, I think from what I understand, but he makes more than her.
Is it possible? I'm just playing devil's advocate here, and I'm defending a guy without all of the details. Is it possible he goes into her finances and it's a mess? It's just an absolute mess. And at least in his mind, he's thinking, how incredibly irresponsible is this? So he wants to handle the whole thing, and he doesn't want her to see how much he makes because he feels, again, I'm making this up in my head, he feels that if she knows, she will start spending more and put them both in debt.
Then he needs to say that.
Yeah.
How you say that without really pissing her off?
If these are tough conversations you have to have before you get married. If you can't have a conversation about finance before you get married, you don't need to be getting married.
That's a fair point. I was trying to figure out if him having access to her account is because she asked for that or because he volunteered it. Because I feel like that would matter for me. Because if she asked for it, then technically he only has access and all of the things to her account because that's what she wanted. So maybe he doesn't necessarily want her to have access to the accounts because of how she handles money, but I don't understand why he just won't let her see it.
Right.
Like,
If that's
sit
all
down.
she wants, like, just let her see it.
Because I'm wondering in his head, if she sees and she knows how much he makes, then she's going to start pressuring him to start spending some more money in areas that he doesn't want to spend it in.
It's very possible.
I don't know.
Well, then he can say no.
Yeah. And then she can email us again.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
The Bert Show.
Like what you just watched? Well, you can get way more of The Bert Show on Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, or wherever you get your favorite podcast.